Hello everyone, we got some big news for Deathstroke. So we got a big new storyline going on that's going to be crossing over Deathstroke, Batman, and the Robin series, Damian Wayne. So this was just announced today from Joshua Williamson, who is writing all three of these series currently. So if you don't know, there's Deathstroke Inc., there's Robin, and there's Batman, and Joshua Williamson is currently writing all three of those books. He just took over Batman, and he's been writing Robin and Deathstroke Inc. for a little bit. So this is a new story arc called Shadow War. This is going to be happening in March, and dear God, there's a lot of crossover and stuff here. So the story sounds interesting. I'm excited for it. There's a lot of great artists on it, and Joshua Williamson is one of the most solid writers in the industry right now. I really like what he's doing, so I'm excited for this. What I'm not excited for is just how god-awful like the formatting of these crossovers is. How it's like, oh, if you want to read this whole story, like if you have just Robin on your pull list, well, now you've got to go buy this issue and this issue and that issue of this other series. That part's annoying. But before we get into that, let's actually just talk about the solicitations for this story that were released by DC. So, beginning in March, the fan favorite writer is bringing fans Shadow War, a 3-month crossover event where the worlds of Batman, Robin, and Deathstroke collide in an event that will have major ramifications in the DC universe. Ramifications, I failed on that word. The action begins on March 29th with Shadow War Alpha number 1, written by Williamson with art by Victor Bogdanovic, who, by the way, is amazing. I really love his art. It's so good. Anyways, Slade Wilson commits an unthinkable act, and Talia al Ghul, the daughter of the demon, is out for blood. The League of Shadows is out to murder Deathstroke and destroy Deathstroke Inc., and it's up to Batman and Robin to track Slade down and bring him to justice. But do they? This 48-page one-shot is priced at $5.99. So things start off with a 48-page one-shot. That begins the actual story, but we do have some preludes to the story on March 22nd. Eager fans will have 2 chances to get a glimpse of the events unfolding in Shadow War before Shadow War Alpha number 1 arrives at comic stores on March 22nd. Robin number 12, also written by Williamson with art by Roger Cruz, features a changed Damian Wayne returning to Gotham after the end of the Lazarus tournament, only to have one more opponent to battle to the death, Damian Wayne. Whoa. Issue number 7 of Deathstroke Inc. also arrives in stores on March 22nd, written by Williamson with art by Steven Segovia. This issue spotlights a guest appearance by Slade's daughter Rose Wilson, aka Ravager, and father-daughter face-off. Ravager wants to know why Deathstroke has proclaimed himself king of the supervillains, and she's brought the mysterious character Respawn with her to find out. This is an issue where past secrets are exposed, resulting in a cliffhanger that leads directly into Shadow War. The Shadow War action continues in April with Batman number 122, Deathstroke Inc. number 8, and Robin number 13, and concludes in May with Batman 123, Shadow War Zone number 1, Deathstroke Inc. number 9, and Robin number 14, concluding with the can't miss Shadow War Omega number 1. So, that's a lot. That is a lot. I really wish they would have just either stuck with one series, like, oh, if you want to read this whole series, it's all going to be happening Deathstroke, or, oh, we're creating a new title, like a limited, title for this, like Shadow War, whatever, and buy all that. Instead of being like, you gotta buy Batman, you gotta buy Robin, you gotta buy Deathstroke, you gotta buy this Shadow War Omega, you gotta buy, like, Shadow War out, like, that part is annoying to me. I hate when comic book publishers do that. It's so annoying. But that being said, I'm going to be the sucker that buys it all because I'm excited for this event. Now, the tease here is it looks like Deathstroke kills Ra's al Ghul for some reason. Now, obviously, it's like, why is that a big deal? Just chuck him in the Lazarus pit for the millionth time? So, we'll see what's going on. I don't believe they've said what triggers it. It's just, like, they said an unthinkable act. And if Talia's upset about it, I'm assuming it's Ra's al Ghul who gets murdered, because Ra's al Ghul has showed up in the Robin run. So if you haven't been reading Joshua Williamson's books, I've read everything except his first issue of Batman that just came out. I haven't picked that issue up yet, but I have heard good things. Anyways, in his Robin book, Ravager is a big part of it. There's this new guy that's in it that dresses just like Deathstroke that really likes Deathstroke. So there's like some crossover there, and Ra's al Ghul has showed up in the Robin book as well, and so it'll be interesting to see how all that plays. But my guess is that for whatever reason, Deathstroke kills Ra's al Ghul, and Talia's very upset about it, and obviously Damian's upset about it. We even got this teased in the first issue of Deathstroke Incorporated and Deathstroke Inc. At the end, they have this, like, coming soon to Deathstroke, like, teaser at the end, and in one of the panels, it says it's Damian charging at Deathstroke. It says, "You killed him!" Obviously, he didn't kill Batman, so who else would Damian be upset about? And it's gonna be Ra's, because who would Talia and Robin both be upset about that Deathstroke killed? It's not Batman. Like, they would be upset if that happened, but it's obviously not Batman that he killed, because Batman's going to be hunting him. It's Ra's. So why he kills Ra's, I don't know. If you're not reading Deathstroke Incorporated currently, in this, Deathstroke and Black Canary are working for this, like, shadowy organization that's supposed to be the good guys, but they're very sketchy, and they're trying to figure out what this organization's up to. So at the end of this, who knows if at the end of this Deathstroke like takes over that organization, and that's why he declares himself king of the supervillains and he kills Ra's al Ghul. I don't know. We're gonna find out. I'm excited. I'm happy that we have a big Deathstroke storyline. I am kind of sad that it's like another like Deathstroke Damian thing, because Deathstroke Damian was never like a thing, and then the like the New 52 movies were like, we're gonna make them a rivalry, and it's like, what? I don't like it. It's supposed to be Slade Wilson against Dick Grayson. That's supposed to be the rivalry when it comes to the Bat family. And then there's a little bit of a Slade Wilson Batman rivalry. Not honestly that big of one. Like until like a couple years ago, there wasn't like a huge Batman Deathstroke rivalry. It was more like Deathstroke and Green Arrow and Deathstroke and Nightwing. But for some reason, DC is just like, we gotta have Batman and Deathstroke be like big rivals when they're not. And now Damian and Deathstroke are as well, which is really stupid. And we just had that arc from Christopher Priest a few years ago where he had Batman and Deathstroke fight it out over like who's Damian's dad, and now we're getting another like Damian-focused Deathstroke storyline. So that part's a little annoying, but I am still excited for this event, and I hope it's good, but we will see. We got some cool covers with this announcement as well. I'm so happy that we're going with the Tony Daniel Deathstroke suit and not the god-awful Icon suit. I hated that suit so much. It looked stupid, and then the story aspect of it was just dumb and was really annoying. So I'm so glad we're done with that stupid, horrible Icon suit. But yeah, the Tony Daniel suit looks great. I'm happy they're using that. We got some cool covers. I really like the Dan Mora cover and the Victor Bogdanovic cover. I think those look really cool. Obviously, in the Victor Bogdanovic cover, we see that Deathstroke's in the background while Batman's sitting there holding Robin's like tattered suit. You can't really read into covers because they generally don't mean anything at all, but obviously it seems like something happened to Robin there, so we'll see if Deathstroke ends up doing anything to Robin, because as we saw in that one panel, Robin does kind of go solo at Deathstroke, I'm assuming, or who knows, Batman could be there and we just don't see him in that panel. But maybe Robin goes rogue after Deathstroke by himself and something happens. We'll see. But yeah, I like the covers. I'm excited for this event. I hope it's good. I think the formatting of it is really stupid, but I'm still gonna read it. But yeah, let me know in the comments below. What do you guys think of this event? Are you excited for it? Are you gonna read it? I'm happy that we have something though. As a Deathstroke fan that is constantly starving for good Deathstroke content, I'm glad that we have Deathstroke Incorporated, and I'm happy that this event is happening. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please give it a like, subscribe if you want to see more, and I will see you guys later.
Hey, skinny boy, saucy boy, I be running to the bank. Yeah, you know I hit the gas in the whip full tank. Riding past the ocean while I'm listening to Frank.